Yahushai wait, come to take the throne. To conquer world powers, bring Jacob home. I'm quarterbacking like Jake DeLone. Like Mount Rushmore, I got a face of stone.
Yeah, so we're gonna get on with our little lesson. If you ain't got no more questions. If you got a question pop up in your mind, just interrupt, man.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 1. Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people.
Speak to the children of thy people, right? And that's what we come out here chiefly for the children of our people, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, right? What we're going to speak to them? The word of the Lord, right?
And say unto them, when I bring the sword.
When he brings what?
The sword.
The sword, right? Who's the sword? Esau. And we're going to prove it, right? Keep going.
When I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman.
Well, y'all set up men right up on your coast as watchmen, right? But they're known as what? Your pastors. T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Benny Hinn. Those are y'all's watchmen. Now what are y'all? What are y'all's watchmen, man? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 56 and 10. His watchmen are blind.
His watchmen are what?
Are blind. They are all ignorant.
They are all ignorant, meaning they have no knowledge, man. Especially no knowledge of these scriptures, right? No knowledge of war and the sword that's coming, right? Esau that's coming in like a flood. Go ahead.
They are all dumb dogs.
They are all dumb dogs, man. Y'all can't even do what you was created to do. Bark. You know what I'm saying? What you think the Most High gonna do with somebody that's not gonna fulfill his will? He gonna get rid of it. Go ahead.
They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
Loving to slumber, right? That's what the Christian church is. That's what they like to do. They love to slumber, man. But they can't help it because the Lord just put that spirit of deep sleep up on them, right? Read that.
Verse 2 again. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 2. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon thy land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman.
So the Lord, he did the hard part for you. He set the right man up over to be your watchman, right? The man that you see standing before you. You think we didn't decide to do this? I know me at first, I didn't want to do it. I was trying to combat it, right? But the Lord, he set up brothers, man, to actually warn our people in truth, right? To show you who the sword is, man. And it's Esau. Right, the same people that you try to clash hands with, be best friends with. You know what I'm saying? This man, he's going to be the very one that's going to bring you to your demise. Right? Go ahead.
He's coming out this SDA pack, man.
Yep, exactly.
verse 3. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet.
Yeah. So when the true watchmen see the sword, meaning Esau, come upon the land, we're going to blow the trumpet, and that trumpet is nothing but our voice. Give me 1 Corinthians 14 and 8. Yeah. So 1 Corinthians, real quick. 1 Corinthians 14 and 8, right? Because we're going to blow the trumpet, right? We're not going to actually come out here with ram's horns or a marching band trumpet and just blow it in the air. No, man, it's talking about Isaiah 58:1. You lift up your voice like a trumpet, go ahead. But this trumpet got to have a certain sound to it, go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound.
So if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, meaning a sound is not distinct, right? These pastors, they've been giving you a sound that's not distinct, an undistinct sound. That's why no man's been preparing himself for war, good.
Who shall prepare himself to the battle?
Yeah, so if that trumpet don't blow the way it's supposed to, ain't nobody gonna prepare themselves for battle, right? But now that's why you see a lot of our people, they actually starting to take heed. They start to prepare themselves for what's about to come upon the soils of America, which is nothing but death, bloodshed, right? These race wars about to pop off. Who do you think's instigating it? The Most High, right? The God of Israel. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is how he deals, man. He's a God of war, right? So he's raised up watchmen, right? To declare, basically to usher in, right? His regime that he's about to put down on earth. Go ahead.
Right. This is Ezekiel 33, verse 4. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning.
Yeah, so if you don't take warning to what the men of the Lord is saying, what's going to happen?
If the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
Yeah, so it's on you, man. right? If you get slaughtered by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, hey, that's on you, man, right? Because we've been coming out here faithfully, with rain, shine, sleet, or snow, every Friday, every Saturday, man, right? We dedicate our lives to this, right? So, hey, the blood's off our hands, like you're about to explain, go ahead.
He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning.
Yeah, so he heard the sound of the trumpet, but he took not warning, right? Oh, give me Psalms 19, 18, no, 19 and 11, right? Because you got to take, so what? Yeah, he gets right? Because the Lord, once again, this Bible is nothing but a death threat, right? But still, it is, man. It's a death threat. It's a John death threat, man.
That's why a lot of people put it down, boy.
Exactly. Hey, yeah, as a matter of fact, give me Ezekiel 2, last verse, right? To prove that, man. And also, 2nd Ezra tells you that he's wrote these for decrees of death, man. Right?
Hey, it's a scary man. Scary,
Ezekiel 2 and 10. And he spread it before me.
Yeah, talking about this Bible, this roll, go ahead.
And it was written within and without.
So it was written within and without what?
And there was written therein lamentations.
Lamentations mean weeping, right? Why are people weeping? There's a lot of death going on, go ahead.
And mourning.
Mourning,
And woe.
Woe means war. That's written within and without. War. Why? Because he's a man of war. This is how you get that. How do you think the kingdom of heaven is going to be implemented, set up? By war, just like any other kingdom.
Right.
How's America set up? By war. How's Rome set up? By war. How's Medo-Persia set up? By war. Babylon, war. You see? This is how you get down, man. Right? So this is why this book, this is the bloodiest book of all time, man. It's unrivaled with any other book. You gotta love it. But you gotta have a king mentality to even, you know what I'm saying, entertain this, man. Right? Because if you're a little feeble Christian boy, like I used to be, you know what I'm saying? And you come to the truth, man, it's gonna make you it's gonna make you quiver, man. It's like, damn, they ain't built like that. You ain't built like that. You know, but this is the type of Lord we deal with, man, because even like some of the prophets, like Habakkuk, you know what I'm saying? Like Habakkuk chapter 3, when he was getting these visions, even he said he was afraid. He was getting, it's like, dang, man. Like, woe to them that's going to be alive in those days, man. For real. You know? What you got?
You said something like that.
Book of Psalms chapter 19 verse 11. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned.
Yeah, moreover, by these prophecies, your servant is warned. See, that's why we got to one up on these simple Americans, man. Right? Because they could read this Bible, but they ain't got the spirit to break it down and know that the Lord's about to bring destruction here. But we know these warnings, and by them, if you take heed to it, you're warned. Right? That's just like the Lord sent out that death threat, but he kind of whistled in your ear, hey, I'm about to, spray up this place, man. Get up out. That's mercy, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up. Straight up, go ahead.
And in keeping them, there is great reward.
And keeping these words near and dear to your heart, there's going to be a reward. And that reward is when we get carried up in those chariots, man. Right? We escape this second death, which is going to be by fire. What you got? Okay, Kyle, yeah, back to Ezekiel.
This book of Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
Yeah, see? That's that great reward. You done delivered your soul, right? And in actuality, it's Yahweh Shah that delivered you, because he's a deliverer, right? But if you take heed to him, right? Because he's the one who's going to bring all these calamities. If you take heed to him, man, hey, cleave unto him, like the Bible says. There's going to be a reward for you. Give me Psalm 17 and 13 real quick. And then Genesis 27.
Psalms chapter 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked.
Yeah, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is who? Once again, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The wicked, go ahead.
Which is thy sword.
Which is what?
Which is thy sword.
Yeah, that's the sword Ezekiel's talking about, right? Well, any nation that really chastises Israel, but Esau, he's like the epitome of the sword, right? So deliver my soul from that wicked man, which is your sword, man, right? Well, is that it on verse 14?
That's why David said in Samuel 2, you have delivered me from the wicked men. I mean, from the violent men.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Well, 2 Samuel 22?
Yeah, 22.
Yeah.
Verse 14. From men which are at thy hand.
See, from men which are thy hand, man. Oh, give me that again in Ezekiel 29:20 in the NLT. Right? Because the Lord, hey man, the Lord, he uses, once again, this is chess game, and he using all these nations to fight against each other, right? Like his little minions, man. You know, he takes delight in it. You got that?
Ezekiel chapter 29 and 20. Yes, I have given him the land of Egypt as a reward for his work.
You see that? Hey, he gave Nebuchadnezzar the land of Egypt for his work. If you read it up, it's talking about how he the Most High commissioned Nebuchadnezzar to, you know what I'm saying, to kill and slaughter all these nations, man.
That's right.
Slaughter all these people. He read that again. And the reward for him was what?
20. Yes, I have given him the land of Egypt as a reward for his work. Says the sovereign Lord, because he was working for me.
Because he was what?
Because he was working for me.
Because he was working for me, man.
My cousins are here to hear that.
You see, bro? Hey, that's why Esau, if you go into it, he's that minister that's talked about in Wisdom of Solomon 6. As a matter of fact, get that. Because when you go into that word minister, it just means to serve. It don't mean that you know what I'm saying, you got a damn white collar on if you're in a Catholic church. Right. You know what I'm saying? It just means that you serving the Lord, which we all are. You either serve him on the left hand or the right hand side.
So we are his ministers.
All of us. But some of us are ordained though. You got to be an ordained minister, which means you set apart, and that's none other than the nation of Israel, particularly the elect. Look at that Wisdom Solomon 6.
God.
And stop at verse 6. Yeah.
On the top. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 on the top. Hear therefore, O ye kings.
Yeah, therefore, O ye kings. With Esau, he's a base king, but go ahead.
And understand, and learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth.
He's a false judge, right? He's a wicked judge, but go ahead.
Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord.
You see? So power is given to you of the Lord. The Lord gave you this power. Right? It's just common sense to tell you that ain't no way that this weak, feeble man, you know, the so-called white man can overpower, you know, some big old buck jakes, man, and put us on a slave ship. You know that the Lord gave him that power to do that. Right? Esau, he had a tight grip on us at one point, but now we can see that grip is starting to let loose. The Lord, you know what I'm saying? He's smiting off his hand. Go ahead.
And sovereignty from the highest.
Who shall sovereignty from the highest? Right, go ahead.
Who shall try your works.
He's going to try your works. How does he do that? With his word. Like Hebrews 4 and 12 says. This is discerning. This word is discerning. And we found out who this man is, man. We found out who the wicked is. We found out who the sword is by the word. Go ahead.
And search out your counsels.
And search out your counsels. This man, he just lays up at night in think tanks, man. Got counsels. How am I going to, you know what I'm saying? What's the best way to overthrow these jakes, man? How can I get them to take this damn COVID shot? I saw an article. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how true this guy is. Really do my research, but I wouldn't be surprised, man. This man, hey, he's trying to, because you got to remember, what is he? He's a cunning hunter. If you're a hunter, you're going to study your prey. Right? Like them white boys at my job, man. Hey, they up all night, all day, looking at their cameras that they set up on the trees to see the different patterns. You know what I'm saying? How the deers move. Esau's a cunning. That's the same way. We the deer. Esau, once again, the damn hunter, man. Right? So he studies Jake. He knows us better than us, man. He knows our spending habits.
Weed and money.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. Hey, it's an art, man. Hey, he's good at his job. He's a good minister. I gotta give it to him, man. He's a good minister. Go ahead.
Verse 4.
He did his job right.
Because being ministers of his kingdom.
Being what?
Being ministers of his kingdom.
Just simply mean you're being servants of his kingdom, because he gave you this land to rule, right? But you're not ruling it uprightly. But go ahead.
Ye have not judged aright.
Hey, you have not judged aright. Now who is that? Who's the most wicked and vilest man on the earth? The one that says, the one that got dating websites, if you want to date a damn dog, you can. Right? Straight up. He got one. You said what? Yeah, I'm sure he got one. He probably married to that scooter. You know, they got that too. Hey man, this is just pace, bro. And you go to that word, give me Psalm 55 and 2. You go to that word,
who in there?
Heathen raised. Yeah, man. Good.
This is we're talking about that. Basically, you've been used to minister to the Lord. I can show you, like in Revelation 17, verse 16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and they shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." Watch this. Verse 17.
Talk about America getting burnt up, good.
Verse 17. "For God hath put in their hearts."
God had, give me Proverbs 21:1.
"For God hath put in their hearts,"
In their minds, the king's minds, good.
"to fulfill his will."
To fulfill his will, man. Is it on that?
No.
I'm good.
"And to agree." So not only did he put it in there, he told them to agree with it. To agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled.
You see, until the words of God be fulfilled, because he foreordained all this to happen, man. Like Isaiah 46:10 talks about, declaring the end from beginning, right? So he, hey, you see, can they rebel against that, right? 21:1.
Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1. The king's heart,
meaning the king's mind, where?
is in the hand of the Lord.
It's in the hand of the Lord, go ahead.
As the rivers of water, he turneth it wheresoever he will.
Yeah, so he turns Esau, Edom's mind, right? However he wants to, man. He turned his mind to be crooked and perverse, like Ecclesiastes 7 says, who can make that straight which God made crooked? If a river's crooked, can't no man on earth make that river straight, man. Right? I don't care how much damn sand you put in that river to try to make it straight. You can't do it, man. That's a work of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. Right? So, yeah, Wisdom Solomon 6.
Wisdom Solomon 6 and 4. Because being ministers of his kingdom,
yeah, so Esau Edom, he's a servant of the Most High's kingdom, man.
You have not judged aright, nor kept the law.
Nor kept the law. Because if this man wanted, he's got so much power, man. If he wanted to, he can make everybody, right, keep the Sabbath. You know? Just shut down everything. Y'all gotta stay in your homes. Right? If he wanted to, he could put out the damn army tanks to make, you know, make people be quarantined for the Shabbat. Right? He got that much power. You know? He got that much power, but he's not going to use it rightly. He's not going to use his power right. He's going to use his power perversely. Right? to further lead these people in derision. Destruction, perdition. Because he's a man of perdition. He has 2 Thessalonians 3.
Nor walk after the counsel of God.
Nor walk after the counsel of God.
Horribly and speedily
is what?
Shall he come upon you.
Shall he come upon you. So horribly and speedily is Yahweh Shah going to come upon Esau Edom's kingdom, man. Right? He's going to come horribly and speedily upon those chariots, man. The chariots of the Lord. And he's coming back with rebuke and flames of fire. Horribly and speedily.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first."
So there got to be a falling away first. Now we understand that falling away happened when we lost our identity, when we didn't know who we was, like Jeremiah 17:4. We got discontinued from our heritage, but that falling away is going to happen again. And it's going to happen right here amongst the circumcised of our people, man. The people who know that they're Israelites in these last days, and you know, just like scriptures foreordained. Some people just got to bug out and fall out, man. Lord willing, us up here, we're gonna remain strong till the terrorists come. Go ahead.
Spaz.
"And that man of sin,"
and that man, you see, who's that man? All through scripture you hear that wicked, the sword, that man. You see, if you're dealing with the spirit, you know, because this Bible really, once again, it's the movie. You see what I'm saying? And it's
Man was don't be a man was that white man.
Yeah, sure was. I mean, the man.
The man was white.
What happened? She did what?
I don't know.
It just fell. Don't be a menace. The man, he was a white man. Take it out.
You see? Yeah, man. Yeah, because really, the two main characters in this Bible is who? Jacob and Esau. You got the good and you got the bad, man. You know? So when it talks about the man, that man, you know, that's talking about your that counterpart. Or not the counterpart, but the total opposite of you. Esau, good.
and this part really proves it, "the son of perdition."
The son of perdition. Who's the son of perdition? Who's the son of destruction? Esau Edom, right? He's been in rulership. Well, America's been in existence for what, 244 years? Out of those 244 years, been at war for 228. Over 90%, man. If that ain't perdition or destruction, I don't know who is or what is, man.
The word perdition, destruction is one of the main terms, but it's also damnation, curse to judgment. All that's one thing. Like, if you look at that word, it's just like, you know who that is. Everybody knows who that is.
You see, man? Hey, the scriptures come to life and they make much more sense when they in the rightful owner's hands, man. You know? Right? So, where we at? Yeah, you finished that one? What verse you at? 5. Yeah, verse 8.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 5. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you for a sharp judgment.
For a sharp judgment. That's that sword bathed in heaven. Bathed in these the kingdom of Esau, man. That's that sharp judgment. The missiles, good.
Shall be to them that be in high places.
Who's in high places? The eagle that dwells in the clefts of the rock, right? But the Lord, he said, hey, give me Psalm 77 real quick. Right?
That word perdition, we said is destroying, right? It's destroying. I think it's apalia.
I got mine first, so I got that 10.
Apolia, right? It was destroying utter destruction of vessels. Like vessels fit for destruction. And perishing, ruin, destruction of money, destruction which consists. It says destroying utter destruction of vessels, perishing, ruin, destruction of money, and destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell.
Eternal misery in hell. Now, where's hell going to be at? So what?
You looked up the
perdition. Yep. Now, where's hell going to be at? Right here. You standing in hell. On hell, man. Right? Because it said death and hell shall be cast to the lake of fire. America, man. Right? You got that Psalm 73 and what is it? Right there. Because it said that that man is set up in high places, man. Right? And the Lord, hey, he allowed this damn eagle, the so-called white man, to be set up in high places for a reason, right? And this is what?
This is Psalms 73 and 18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places.
He set them in slippery places, right? Because they up in the mountains, man. Right? If you up at the top of the mountain, you got a lot of little pebbles and shit, you know what I'm saying? You slipping, right? Go ahead.
Thou castest them down.
He cast them down. Now, in order to be cast down, you gotta be up high. Who up high right now? It sure ain't us, right? We down low. Go ahead.
Into destruction.
He cast them down into destruction, man. That's why he allowed the so-called white man to get up so high, right? Because us, there's only one place for us to go now, and that's up, man. You know, there's only one place for them to go. Down. So yeah, Genesis 27.
I know they said, bitch, I want it open. I did that stuff.
Verse 40. And by the sword shalt thou live.
Yeah, so he said, and by that sword shalt thou live, right? That's why the so-called white man, right? The only way how they live is by the sword, by violence, right? The way how they acquired America was by the sword, right? This is why he's known as the sword in the scriptures, man. Right? And also, give me Genesis 25. How you doing, sis? You ever heard you ever heard your Israelite before?
That was not the time to laugh.
Yeah, I know. He caught me off guard. Right, give me Genesis 25.
This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh.
Yeah, so she went to inquire of Yahweh, man. Right? And how do you inquire? By the prophets, right? And that's outlined in 1 Samuel 9 and 9.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
Yeah, so 2 nations, right? 2 different nationalities, they're in their womb, go ahead.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
So it's 2 different type of people, right? Now it's going to tell you these two different type of people, go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And the elder shall serve the younger.
Yeah, and the elder shall serve the younger, right? Now that's going to ultimately happen when we get to the kingdom. When Esau Edom, he's going to be up on our rulership, man. right? Forever. Well, not well, for 1,000 years, and then he's going to be obliterated. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And when her days were to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. The first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out.
So pay attention. So he said that he came out red, right? Give me Psalm 71. Psalm 71 and verse 4.
Came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
So this is the Israelites, the progenitor of the Israelites. Go ahead.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
It's a Psalm 71 and verse 4. Deliver me, oh my God, out of the hand of the wicked.
Out of the hand. Oh, pull up and do that real quick. Out of the hand of the wicked. Go ahead.
Out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man.
Out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. Let's go to that word cruel just real quick. All right? Because David, he had to deal with this adversary, right, as well. 71 and verse 4. Cruel.
To be read.
To be what?
To be read.
To be read. So the cruel man, he's a red man. Hey, that's cold, bro. Right? I was reading that the other day. I stumbled across. I'm like, hold on. So the cruel man is the red man. And read the line above that.
To be cruel, oppress.
To be cruel, to oppress, right? And crush, right? Because if you Deuteronomy 28 and 33, right?
Be ruthless.
To be ruthless. Because one of the key, what do you call it? The key figures. The key figures of the Roman Empire, they was known to be very cruel and oppressive, man. Right? As a matter of fact, yeah, give me that 2 Ezra 12. 1 second.
33. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
Shall be oppressed and crushed always. And that was part of the definition of that cruel man. He was going to be red, and he was going to be oppressive and cruel, man. Right? Yeah, 20. Right there. Yeah, start verse 23.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 12 and verse 23. In his last days shall the Most High raise up 3 kingdoms and renew many things therein. And they shall have the dominion of the earth, and of those that dwell therein with much oppression.
With what?
With much oppression.
Yeah, if you know the history, it's going to the Roman Empire, right? So he says they're going to rule how?
And of those that dwell therein with much oppression.
With much oppression, right? This is how Esau Edom is noted, man. Oppressive, cruel, the sword, the violent man, son of perdition, right?
Above all those that were before them. Therefore are they called the heads of the eagle.
The heads of the eagle. Who's that talking about? Come on, man. Keep going.
Verse 25. For these are they that shall accomplish his wickedness, and that shall finish his last end. And whereas thou sawest that the great head appear no more, is
okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, Revelation 6:4 real quick, and then
This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red.
There went out another horse that was what?
That was red.
That was red. You got that?
This is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle.
Now who's that? Who's that horse that's always prepared for battle? Esau. Man. Go ahead. That red horse. Go ahead.
But safety is of our Lord.
Yeah, but safety is of our Lord, right? And how are we safe in the Lord? By abiding up under his feathers, man. Right? By making these scriptures our refuge. Is that it?
This is Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him.
And power was given unto him, right? Meaning his rulership, his authority and reign. Go ahead.
That sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Come on, man. Who does that? Who's that red horse that takes peace from the earth? Everywhere he goes, there's just always destruction, man. There's no peace.
And that they should kill one another.
And that's going to like your French Revolution, Civil Wars. They were killing each other. They talking about black on black crime. What about those world wars, man? Right? There's Edomites killing Edomites. Yeah. Right? Yeah, Cold War, exactly. Go ahead.
And there was given unto him a great sword.
There was given unto him a great sword. Right? Who else was given that sword? Esau, man. That's his blessing. Right? So yeah, with that, Shalom.
SICARRI.
We are the children of the one Yahweh.
The chosen.
Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us. Now everything belongs to us.
Shalom, what's going on? It's your brother Chief Priest Alazar Lawyer, aka the Guerrilla Hebrew, and I'm just letting y'all know I just dropped my official clothing line, Urban Guerrilla. Go to urbangorilla.com right now to check us out, man, and pick something up. There's urbngrla.com. We got all kind of items for men, women, children, even infants, as well as fragrance oil, smell goods. You can also check out Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co., another SICARRI business, on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can hit up deaconsicari.com to get your plug on the scarves, the music, and the children's Bibles. Thanks for your time. All praise to the Most High. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.